Whether you're in between the pipes or in between the ropes, it's all about timing, anticipation, and action. Cross country in itself is kind of a social sport. You might find someone who is able to push you in practice. But when it comes down to it on race day, the only one you have to beat is yourself. So dragon boating is basically like having an orchestra in a boat. It sounds strange, but it really isn't. Think of the paddle as a violinist's bow. How about those boats?
Did you get in one?
No.
Oh,
no.
come on. Yeah.
But I'd love to.
Yeah,
We were just
will you?
saying it looks like the space shuttle, for heaven's sake.
They were telling me what to look for, and I saw that. I'm like, what is that? How do you think they'll do this season?
I think we've got a pretty good shot to go back to the playoffs. I mean, it's been tough the last 3 years playing against Chicago, but hopefully we can beat them this year with the guys they lost.
And I love that jacket.
Oh,
First of all, you're just so bright starting the new year.
Yeah, why not?
And of course, the sports teams are also about to hit the ground running.
Yeah, they are. It's the new year. You're watching the KBJR 6 News at 6. In sports coming up next, we'll hear their expectations, not their resolutions for the new year. Stay with us. Carrie, how did this race go for you?
You know, we were joking about it beforehand. My husband and I took a 20-minute date. We had grandma watching the kids.
Tonight was the perfect test for that. And the U18s featured Bulldog commit Joey Anderson at forward. First period, U18s Adam Fox fresh out of the penalty box, up the wing, and past Casimir Castasua. Team USA on the board first. Then Fox feeds his buddy Clayton Keller. He scores. Dab on him, son. Look at that move. Bulldogs fall into a 3-0 hole, and Dominic Toninato came up aces. In the third period, this is his second goal of a hat trick. Later, Blake Young parked in the goal crease and just waits, snipes the goal, the crossbar. Game goes to overtime, and that is where Toninato picked up his third goal of the night. The Bulldogs beat the Americans. I'm not even sure that's even right to say. 4-3 was the final score. Proctor boxer Amy Lemonader's last fight was with Nova Scotia's Taylor Ross. This is how it started. It ended with a split decision victory.
Where'd that come from?
My coach calls it the pterodactyl. I have to kind of grow up, become more of a adult boxer instead of a child brawler.
For the rematch in Nova Scotia, she's changing her fighting style.
I hit with everything I have, and I'm not really focused on dodging punches. I just kind of walk straight forward.
I think this girl's going to be ready for Amy to come out and brawl, and if she utilizes her boxing skills, I'm confident she'll do very well.
She's usually the most defensive when playing goalie for the Proctor Hermantown Mirage. She'll be taking that mindset into the ring.
I mean, whenever you make a mistake, it shows up on the scoreboard. Everybody sees it.
Whether you're in between the pipes or in between the ropes, it's all about timing, anticipation, and action. Lemonader teaches kids classes at Lorenzi's gym, so she has to practice what she preaches.
And those kids see that when they come to the matches, and they see her fire and determination.
Guess who she looks up to?
Ronda Rousey. I mean, I feel like I'm following her. She's definitely a role model of mine.
Which explains her game plan.
Not giving it her all or everything she's got in there is just not even an option for her.
I plan on going to Nova Scotia and showing her that I'm not Minnesota nice.
Rumble, young lady, rumble. In Proctor, Norman Seawright, KBJR 6 and Range 11 Sports. Deciding where to go to college is a huge step.
I always knew, but for most of the summer, I just tested it out. I went on other visits. And
finding the right fit. I mean, that's what picking a college ultimately comes down to.
For Superior High School's Brandon Meyer, committing to play basketball for UMD was the right fit.
And the family gets to watch you, friends and that stay around, so it's nice.
I was very, very happy for him. You know, he wasn't sure if he was going to wait it out, play his senior year and see what came along.
The process, on the other hand, not so easy.
I went through that as a player as well.
So it's nice that Spartans head coach Jake Smith knows how it works.
I talked with Brandon a lot, you know, talked with the college coaches that were interested in him and just kind of guided him through that process.
It was a relief to know before the season, and it was just mostly weight lifted off my shoulders.
Now Meyer and the Spartans can focus on the season. But he is anticipating the move across the lake.
The level of competition, it's going to be a big step from high school, and I know that. I think that's what I'm excited about.
And he's prepared to work hard, because if the future Bulldog is one thing, it's this.
Relentless. Just the goal is to be the best I can be, so that's what I work for.
And he's motivated to leave a legacy.
Throughout my career, I just want to be remembered.
If you want to be one of the best players, you got to work the hardest, and he embraces that role.
He's got the spirit of a Spartan and the tenacity of a Bulldog. In Superior, Norman Seawright, KBJR6 Sports. Before Grand Rapids senior Mitch Matson officially committed to play hockey for North Dakota,
I visited there when I was really young for a little sport tournament, and that's kind of where I fell in love.
the forward decided to play one last season.
You know, I just love playing with my friends. You know, I've been with them ever since I can remember, and you know, you don't get your senior year back of high school, and you know, I love this town and I love living at home, so it was kind of an easy decision for me.
His skill makes him a promising prospect, despite the overwhelming attention that brings.
It's a part of a hockey player's life when you get to a certain point, and you're not prepared for it necessarily because there's no classes in school you take, but you just deal with it as you go.
Matson's on a mission.
You know, we've been knocked out of the sections 2 years in a row by the same team, and hopefully we can snap that curse.
The Thunderhawks are eyeing the state tournament, and with Matson,
whether you want to watch a guy make a play or score a goal, when you make plays like that, you gain confidence and you have trust in your ability to make more of them.
It's kind of my role to be an impact player, and you know, every game I'm not going to be the one who scores 3 goals every time.
With a single goal and a bright future,
you know, my senior experience has been great so far, and hopefully we can make a state tournament run.
Sometimes you just need a little dose of home. From Grand Rapids, Norman Seawright, KBJR6 Sports.
And everything. All right, so it sounds like today's a good day to be Hermantown, right?
It's a great day to be Hermantown. Yeah. And we're at 500 wins last night for Bruce Plant. They're ranked #1 again today. And add that up, you get 501. That's a pun, and I meant to say that. You're watching the KBJR6 News at 6. Sports is next. Back to football. Tomorrow is the NFL wildcard round. The Seattle Seahawks at noon will take on the Minnesota Vikings, while the Green Bay Packers are on the road to face Washington in D.C. just before 4 o'clock. And of course, you know, we're going to show you more skiing video because we love that sport.
Oh,
here
yeah.
in the Northland. That game's going to be really good tomorrow, though. Both of these games with the Vikings and the Packers.
Oh, yeah,
you
definitely.
got to watch them. They'll be good.
All right.
Mesabi East versus the host, Esco. In the first half, first points go to the Eskimos. It's Ava Gonzarowski sets up with a 3-point shot. Count it as the first of the game. On the other end, Giants in transition. Abby Whiting, deep pass to Anna Ribic. That's the team's first basket tonight. Eskimos do the same thing back on their end. Gonzarowski looks long to Selena Shady. Layup to finish. Eskimos defeat the Giants 77-30.